Hello guys, how are you? I am Kuldeep. Today we will do some beautiful numericals on potentiometer, and I hope you have done the theory part of this potentiometer. Now it is clear from the name, it is a meter that is used to measure the potential difference. So potentiometer. So potentiometer is a device that is used to measure unknown EMF of a cell or potential difference across any wire. So what is its principle? As you know, V is equal to IR and R is equal to rho L by area. If I keep the area of the wire constant, resistivity is constant for a given temperature and I is kept constant in the wire, then this become constant. Therefore, V proportional to length of the wire. This is called principle of potentiometer, which tell us that potential drop across any length of a wire is proportional to the length of that wire. So based upon this factor, we will find out, we will do some numericals. So what is a potentiometer? It is a long stretched wire on a wooden plank, maybe 4 meter, 5 meter, 10 meter, and the material that we use is either constantan or a manganese because these material have a low temperature coefficient of resistance. So let us say this is our potentiometer. Let me draw it a simple diagram. So let us say this is our potentiometer. AB is the length of the wire, and to drive the circuit, I will connect a cell here, let its EMF is E naught. So I am considering here that its internal resistance is negligible. So as a result, the potential difference across the wire will be equal to the EMF of the cell. When you are doing numerical, you have to keep in mind two things. First, if capital L is length of the wire, then the potential difference per unit length of the wire is equal to E naught by capital L. This is called potential gradient. So potential gradient. So every time you do the numerical on potentiometer, you may need potential gradient. So let us say we want to find out the potential difference across this wire whose length is L. Potential difference across L is equal to potential gradient multiply by length of this wire. So this is the potential difference across this length. So these are the 2 points you have to remember. One, how to find the potential gradient, and second, how to find the potential difference across any length. So let us take a numerical. Let us say the examiner says find the EMF of the cell connected to this potentiometer. AB is the length of the wire and E naught is the driving cell. Driving means that drive the circuit, and you are given to find the EMF of this cell whose internal resistance is a R and EMF is a E. We will connect a galvanometer here because the principle or the potentiometer is based upon a null point or the balance point. I am connected the galvanometer, and there is a jockey. When I slide the jockey on this wire, then there will be a point on the wire where the galvanometer shows zero deflection. that point is called a null point. And in that situation, current through this circuit will be zero. There will be no current. So I can say here the current is equal to zero. But remember, current through this wire is not zero. Current is going this way, positive to negative terminal. But current in this circuit is a zero, balanced. Now, what is happening at this point? Let us say if this point is A and its potential is VA, say, then the same potential will go to this point. So this point is also A. If this point is P, then there is no current in the wire, and let us say galvanometer is very negligible resistance. As a result, the potential here will be same as this one. So P. So let us say change the name X and Y. When there is no current in the circuit, then the potential at A and X is same because there is no current. Similarly, potential at P and Y is also same because there is no current. As a result, I will say VA is equal to Vx. This is same. Similarly, here I will say the Vp is equal to Vy. So here the potential is also same because the current is zero. Now if I subtract 2, then I will get Va minus Vp equal to Vx minus Vy. So that is potential difference across this wire. Va minus Vp is equal to potential difference across X and Y. Now what is the name of the potential difference across E and Y? Is it the EMF or the terminal potential difference? Most of you may be confused because here I have connected a resistance. You may say there is the terminal potential difference, but because the current is zero, therefore here we have a EMF of the cell. We are not taking any current from this cell. This is the EMF. In this way, we can find out the potential difference across this wire. This is the potential difference across the wire, and that is equal to the EMF of this cell. Now, what is the potential difference across the wire? Already I have told you it is equal to the potential gradient, that is E naught by the total length. Say total length is L, and this length is small l. So therefore, it is equal to E naught by capital L into small l. Therefore, EMF of the cell is equal to E naught by L into small l. So by using this method, we can find the EMF of the cell. So this point was very important point, how we get the potential difference across the wire equal to this EMF. Okay. Now, if I give you another numerical, hopefully you got this point. Let us do another numerical. Let me draw the diagram. I am given a potentiometer AB, and here AB is equal to 100 centimeter, and it is connected to a cell, say equal to 2 volt, 2 volt, and there is a secondary cell, say E, and it is given that this cell is balanced across a wire of length 75 centimeter. The cell is balanced across 75 centimeter of the wire. The question is, what is the potential gradient? What is potential gradient. And number two, what is the EMF of cell? What is E? These are the two points you have to find out. So already we know now. So to find the potential gradient, we will divide the total potential difference across the wire by the length of the wire. So here we are given length of the wire equal to 100 centimeters. So first the potential gradient is equal to potential difference across the wire divided by the total length of the wire, that is the 100 centimeter. So AB, if I put its value, that is 2 volt divided by 100 centimeter. So therefore I will get 0.02 volt per centimeter. Here you must remember the units volt per centimeter. You may also calculate in volt per meter. Then what is the EMF? Now the cell is balanced across 75 centimeter. Therefore, as per the previous numerical we did, the EMF of the cell is equal to the potential gradient. Say K is the potential gradient multiplied by length across or about which the cell is balanced. It is balanced about 75 centimeter. So I will put here the potential gradient, that is 2 by 100 multiplied by 75 centimeter. Therefore, on solving I get this is equal to 1.5 volt. Therefore, EMF of the cell is a 1.5 volt. So this is a very simple numerical, just it is the application of the principle. So let us do another numerical, little bit of higher order. Say we have another circuit. So let me draw the circuit first. This is the 5 volt, 480 ohm, and then the potentiometer wire AB. This is the potentiometer wire AB, and its length is given 10 meter. Note down the 10 meter is the length given, and it has a resistance equal to 20 ohm. This wire has a resistance. Remember it. It has a resistance. Then a cell is connected here through the galvanometer, and it shows zero deflection across 600 centimeter. And we have to find number one, potential gradient, and number two, EMF of the secondary cell. This one, this I want to find out, and this is say E naught. The question is similar to the first one. Now here, one point you should remember, in the previous circuit as well, I have connected positive terminal to the positive terminal here. You can also connect negative terminal here and negative terminal here, but you have to connect the same polarity. What is the reason? I will tell you in the next vehicle. Now here, first of all, you have to find out the potential gradient. Let us say there is a student who do the potential gradient, say K is equal to total potential difference applied divided by the length of the wire, that is equal to 5 by n meter. So I get equal to 0.05 volt per meter. Then what is the EMF of this cell? This is equal to the potential gradient into length. So this is 0.5 multiplied by 600 centimeter. Here I am using a meter. So either make the meter here. So I will multiply by 6. The answer is equal to 3 volt. If you do the question this way, then there is a gadbad. It is not correct. So this is wrong. Now what is the mistake you did here? The mistake is you have not considered this resistance. Whatever the potential you have applied, 5 volt, it will not be available to the wire. The wire ko available nahi hoega. Because some of the potential will be dropped across this resistance, and rest of the potential will go to the wire. So we have to find how much potential is dropped across the resistance and how much is available for the wire. So this method is entirely wrong method. So you have to little bit more work for this. Now this resistance and the wire, they are in a series because the same current is flowing this way, same current goes there. When this is balanced, the current is going this way. So this one and this wire, they are in the series. So I will say the net resistance is equal to 480, this one, plus 20 of the wire. Remember the resistance of the wire also. Do not forget it. This is equal to now 500 ohm. Therefore, current in the wire will be equal to 5 volt, this one, multiplied by the resistance V by R. So this is equal to 1 by 100 ampere. So 0.01 you can write, either otherwise it is correct. So 1 by 100 ampere is the current. Now due to this current, some drop will be there. What is the drop across this resistance? The drop across the resistance. Drop across R, VR equal to I into R. So this is a 1 by 100 multiplied by 480. So this is equal to 4.8 volt. Very interesting. Lot of voltage dropped across the resistance. 4.8 volt. If the 4.8 volt is dropped here, how much will go to the wire? 5 minus 4.8 volt. Because this resistance has consumed, has eaten how much voltage? 4.8 volt. So therefore potential across the wire is a potential difference across AB is equal to 5, this one, minus the drop across the resistance. This is equal to 0.2 volt. So wire get only 0.2 volt. So very interesting. Rest of the potential is consumed by the resistance. Now come to this point. Now we will find out the potential gradient. Potential gradient is equal to potential across the wire. Always remember, when you find out the potential gradient, always find the potential across the wire. Not this one potential. Some resistance may be there connected. Therefore, now divide by the total length AB. So this is equal to 0.2. And how much is the wire given? The length of the wire given is 10 meter. So 10 meter. This is in meter, and I can convert into centimeter. So therefore, I have 0.2 into 10 raised to power minus 3 volt per centimeter. So this is the potential gradient. And once you know the potential gradient, then there is no problem. You can find out the EMF of this cell. So EMF of the cell is equal to potential gradient multiply by the length L. So this is 0.2 into 10 raised to power minus 3 multiplied by 600. So solve it. जब आप इसे solve करेंगे, so therefore this decimal has gone. I have 120 into 10 raised to power minus 3, or I can say 0.12 volt. So this is the answer. So EMF of the cell is equal to 0.12 volt. So in this numerical, what to remember? So when you are given this resistance, then you have to first find the current so that you can find the potential difference across the wire. पहले current find out करेंगे. So this was a simple numerical, not difficult but very important. Now I have told you if we are connecting positive and positive terminal here or negative and negative terminal here. This is the condition. How to use the potentiometer? You have to connect the same polarity of the driving cell and the secondary cell. Either both positive here or both negative here. Now let us take an example. If you do not connect like that, then what? If I do not connect the same polarity, say I have a 10 volt battery here, it is connected to the potentiometer, and there is another cell given to me whose EMF is 6 volt. 6 volt, and I have connected that 6 volt positive terminal here and its negative terminal here. Same polarity is not connected, and I want to find out the null point. You have two options of either you can consider this terminal at 10 volt and this is at 0 volt, so the potential difference 10 minus 0 equal to 10. And similarly here you can consider this one either at 6 volt, 6 volt. You may consider this at 6 volt and this is at 0. Okay. Now, if I give importance to this cell, then I will say this 0 will come here and then come to this point. So point A is at 0 volt. As a result, now this 0 also go to this point. This is at 0. So the positive terminal of the secondary cell is at 0 volt. Now the EMF is 6 volt. So therefore, potential difference between positive and negative terminal should be 6 volt. This is already at 0. Therefore, I have to take the other terminal at -6. Therefore, when you subtract positive minus the minus terminal voltage, the answer is equal to 6 volt. True. So when you take this point at 0 volt by giving importance to this cell, then this terminal become -6 volt. Now this 10 volt will go to here, 10 volt. Now when you move from point A to B, you will get 0 volt, 1 volt, 2 volt, 3 volt, 10 volt. But how much you need? -6 volt. On this wire, you will never get -6 volt. So as a result, there will be no null point. So you will not be able to get the balanced point. There will be no such point that gives you the zero current or zero deflection. So as a result, I have to connect same polarity to this point. Now another way, some of you may be thinking, why I have given importance to this cell, not to this one. Let us do other way. Let us say that this 6 volt, this terminal is at 6 volt and this is at 0 volt. It is 0 volt per head. Okay, and this 6 volt go to point A and therefore it will go to this point here, 6 volt. The EMF of the cell is 10 volt, but if I subtract these two, then I need here 16 volt. 16. So therefore, I have to put 16. Why? Because when I subtract 16 minus 6, only then I will get 10 volt. तभी मुझे 10 volt मिलना है. Okay? It means this is at 6 volt. Now this terminal go to 16 volt. 16. As a result, when I slide the jockey over the wire, I will go from 6 to 16. But this need how much volt? 0 volt on the wire. Only then you can balance it. You need 0 volt somewhere here. So when you slide the jockey on this wire, you will never get 0 volt again. So as a result, there will be no null point. So therefore, when you connect the opposite polarity of the driving and the secondary cell here, then the balance point is not possible. That's why you have to keep in mind that polarity should be same. Okay, this may be 1 mark, 2 mark question in your exam. And another point which we generally say, if this is the potentiometer, say B, and I have connected it to say 10 volt driving cell, 10 volt driving cell, and then there is a secondary cell. Remember negative and negative. This is say 12 volt. 12 volt, galvanometer, and jockey. Now in this case, I want to discuss another point. The driving cell has less voltage than the secondary cell. The EMF of the driving cell is less than the secondary cell. So if I say this terminal is at 0, then this 0 voltage will go to this point. This is at 0. So the second terminal should be at 10. 10 minus 0 is 10. and its second terminal should be at 12. So 12 minus 0 equal to 12. To find the null point, when I select the jockey, I have to balance this 12 volt. 12 volt. I have to find 12 volt on the wire from A to B. There must be somewhere 12 volt. But this is 0, this 10 volt will go here. A is at 0 volt, B is at 10 volt. When I go from 0 to 10, in between I will never get 12 volt. So there will be again no null point, no balance point. So it means the condition is the EMF of the driving cell should be more than the EMF of the secondary cell whose EMF you are going to find out, or the cell to whom you want to balance. So E naught should be more than E. So this is very important second point. So both the terminals, similar terminals should be connected here, and to drive the circuit to get the null point, the EMF of the driving cell should be more than the secondary cell. This is the second point. So 1 mark question out of these 2 points you may get into exam. Let us do another numerical to clear this concept. We again make a mistake here. Let us say we are given a cell, say 50 volt, E naught, and connected to 8 ohm resistance, then to the potentiometer, and the resistance of the potentiometer wire is also given, say 2 ohm. This is given, and we are given a cell here, negative and negative I have connected properly. Its EMF is 25 volt, then the galvanometer and the jockey. This is the circuit given to me. And the question is find the null point, position of the null point. Everything is fine here. Negative, negative, pehla point satisfied. 50 volt, 25 volt, second point satisfied. Now let us try to find out the position of the null point. The length of the wire is 10 meter. Length of the wire is equal to 10 meter given to us. All is given. We are just to find the position of the null point. There are 2 steps. Number 1, find the potential gradient, and number 2, find the length of the wire that balances it. First of all, let us find the current in the circuit, as already we have done in numerical. Here I want to explain another point. That's why I am taking this numerical. So here the total resistance in the circuit. Answer: total net resistance is 8 plus 2 ohm equal to 10 ohm. So how much current will give this cell? Current in the circuit, E naught by R net, that is 50 by 10 equal to 5 ampere. So 5 ampere is the current passing through the potentiometer wire. So what is the drop here? Drop across 8 ohm. That is 8 ohm. I into R This is equal to 5 ampere multiplied by the 840 volt. So 40 volt potential 8 ohm का resistance ही खा गया, consumed by the 8 ohm resistance. So how much is left for the potentiometer? The potential drop across AB is equal to 50 minus 40 is equal to 10 volt. What is the potential gradient? Potential drop across the wire by its length. This is equal to 10 volt. 10 volt multiplied by 10 meter. 10 meter. So therefore this is equal to 1 volt per meter. So 1 volt per meter. How much length is required to balance it? For the balance point, the length formula is K by L, K into L, sorry. The L equal to E by K. So what is E? That is 25 and the K is 1. The length required is 25 meter. Now what is the length given to us? Only 10 meter. And how much is required for the balancing point? 25 meter. तो ये 15 मीटर कहाँ से आएगी? It means in this situation we are not able to find the balance point, even though the two conditions I have told, the two terminals are connected at the same potential, and this EMF is more than this, the secondary cell. Even then we are not able to find out the null point on the wire. The reason is most of the potential is consumed by this, and here the potential drop is less than the secondary cell. To second condition, we have to modify the second condition that I have told. The potential drop across AB should be more than this EMF. This should be more. Only then you will get the more potential here. But if some resistance is connected here, then you may not be able to satisfy the second condition. So second condition we should say that the potential difference across AB should be more than this. Only then you will be able to find out the potential, the null point on the potentiometer wire. So this kind of problem you may find in some numerical. So numericals are very interesting. So practice. There is more numericals. Let me do another numerical. It is from S.C. Verma's numerical book. The circuit given is say 6 volt connected to a potentiometer wire, say AB, where length of the wire given is 100 centimeter. 100 centimeter length is given, and here we have a cell. This is E naught. Here it is E equal to 4 volt, but it has some internal resistance R equal to 1 ohm. Galvanometer, and there is a point C and a point D on the wire. This is everything is given, and also given the potential of point B. Very important point here you have to remember. This potential is mentioned in the numerical. This is equal to 0. Don't miss it. 0 volt. What to find out? We have to find out number one, what is the potential at A and C? Potential at A and C here and at this point. Number two, find AD at which VD equal to VC. So potential at A and C, and second, for what length, for what AD, the potential at D and C will be equal. We have to find out this one. And the third point is if C touch D through a wire, then what is the current in the wire? Then what is current in a wire? So जेकर आप C और D को टच कर दें, what will be the current through this wire? So these are the three questions you are to find out. First of all, what is the potential at point A and C? Very interesting. Most of the students do mistake here. Now, because this point is already given at 0 volt, so I cannot change the potential of point B. This point I have to keep it at 0 volt. So this 0 volt go here. To make it 6 volt, this should be at 6. Therefore, this point must be at 6 volt. And now this 6 volt will go to the other cell also. The positive terminal of the cell becomes 6 volt. The total EMF of the cell is 4 volt. Then what potential should be assigned to the negative terminal of the secondary cell? -2 or +2? What should be given to this one? If I give -2, then here the potential will become positive terminal minus the potential of the negative terminal. It will become 8 volt. But I need only 4, therefore it is wrong. I cannot assign -2 volt to the negative terminal of the secondary. Then if I assign it positive, then 6 minus 2, that will be equal to 4 volt. Therefore, this terminal should be given 2 volt. Okay, now 6 minus 2 equal to 4. Now it is okay. This is satisfied. This cell is happy. This is also happy. Both are okay. Now you have not connected anywhere. Still it is in the air. So this 2 volt will go to point C, here. So A is at 6 volt, C is at 2 volt. The first is solved. This is at 6 volt and C is at 2 volt. So therefore we will say potential of A, first question is over now, 6 volt, and VC is equal to 2 volt. 2 volt. Okay, so do this job very carefully. These are the concepts, not difficult, but generally we do some mistake here. And then we have the second. Find AD length of this position, for which the potential at D and C become equal. The question is very simple now, but even then there is a chance of a mistake. This is at 2 volt. I have calculated. The potential of C is 2. So on this wire, I have to find 2 volt. The potential equal to 2 volt on this wire. Now look, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So therefore, this is the point where I need how much potential? 2 volt as per the question. 2 volt. So if I connect it here, then the potential across this wire is 1, 2, 3, 4 ohm. 6 minus 2, 4 volt. And what is the EMF of the cell? 4 volt. Therefore, now it is balanced. So the cell is balanced. So what is the length of this? To find the length, the previous old concept, we need potential gradient. So what is the potential gradient? So potential gradient is equal to 6 divided by 100 volt centimeter. Remember, volt per centimeter. I want to find out AD. How much potential is balanced across this wire? 4 volt. Where most of the student will take 2. Okay, the question say C. You are balancing C. So 2 volt is here. Most of the student take it 2 volt. No, we are balancing this one. This one, 4 volt. Therefore, E equal to KL. This is 4. KL. L equal to 4 by K. That is 4 upon 6 into 100. Now solve it. You will approximately get 66.7 centimeter. So therefore, at 66.7 centimeter from point A, the potential at C and D will be equal. बराबर हो जाएगा. So what is the third point? What is the current? If I connect C and D by a wire, copper wire, say, what will be the potential in this wire? 2 volt, 2 volt, no potential difference, hence no current will flow through this wire. The third point is the current in the wire will be 0. वो 0 हो जाएगा. So this was the question. Now in this question we have another point also. Let me tell you that point. The fourth point is if we replace the cell, that is the 4 volt cell, we are going to replace by 7.5 volt. Let me clear the mess. And now this is a 7.5 volt. Then what will be the potential at A and C? The same question. Potential A and potential C. And second is a AD, length of this portion at which VD equal to VC. We want to find out this. Very interesting numerical. Now, most of the students, they mistakenly give this point a potential equal to 7.45. Let us start with this. I want to clear your doubt, clear your concept. If I give this 7.5 volt here, because most of you think This 6 is less than 7.5, therefore 7.5 will go there. If I take 7.5 volt this here at A, then this 7.5 volt go to the positive terminal of the driving cell. Here it will go. But this, I want to, this EMF is 6 volt. To make it 6 volt, I have to assign 1.5 volt to the negative terminal. Because only then 7.5 minus 1.5 will be equal to 6 volt. It is okay, nothing wrong. But this is true, this is right only if this is not given. You are given B potential of the B should be 0. When it is given in the numerical, then you cannot do this. Now what will happen? This 1.5 will go to there. So this potential will become 1.5. So this condition is no more satisfied. So it is wrong. I should not do like this. It means I have to assign 6 volt here. So this 6 go to this point and 0. The difference is equal to 6 and this remain at 0 volt. Now it is okay as per the requirement, as per the given data in the numerical. Now the question is, when you give 6 volt here, this terminal will be at 6 volt. But how much you need? You need 7.5. So should I give the second terminal, negative terminal, minus 1.5 or plus 1.5? What should I give unto it? Let us find out. 6 minus 1.5, 7.5. If I take positive, then 6 minus 1.5, that is equal to 4.5. This is wrong. Therefore, I have to assign this terminal as a 1.5 volt. Let me clear the old mess. So this terminal should be at 1.5 volt as per these calculations. So now the answer to the first part is A is at 6 volt and C is at minus 1.5 volt. So this is the answer. So on replacing the cell, VA remain at 6 volt, but the VC goes to minus 1.5 volt. Minus 1.5. Very interesting. Now what is the second part? It is more interesting than the previous one. How? The examiner saying, find the length AD at which the potential of C and D become equal. यहाँ गड़बड़ हो गई है भाई साहब. Now what is that गड़बड़? Now on this wire you will get 5 volt, 4 volt, 3 volt, 2 volt, 1 volt, 0 volt. But how much you need? Minus 1.5 volt. Or minus 5.1 volt is not available on the wire. So now you will not get the desired potential on the wire. So we will say minus 1.5 volt is not available on the wire to balance this. So now this cell will not be balanced by this one. And naturally we know it will not be balanced because this is 6 volt, this is 7.5 volt. It will never be balanced. Already we have discussed. But the most interesting point was this one. How to assign the potential? This was a very interesting question. We have many more miracles, but you will learn only when you try yourself. Motivate yourself to do more miracles, spend more time, do self-study, and then you will see how you enjoy this. Let me give you another question. Now here I am given a little bit more higher order question. This is a 2 volt, and here I am given 50 ohm resistance AB, and this AB is equal to 100 centimeter given. This potentiometer, not bridge. And resistance of this wire is also given. Resistance of the wire given 10 ohm. So this is the driving circuit. 100 centimeter, 15 ohm is extra connected. Keep it in mind. And here you are given the resistance of this. But here I have another beautiful circuit, that is a 1.5 volt battery, which is connected to another 0.3 ohm, and then to this galvanometer, and it go to the wire where the galvanometer shows zero deflection. This circuit is given. अभी हमने कुछ suppose नहीं किया. Nothing imagined from our side. Only it is given in the circuit. But to find out, number one, potential gradient across AB, along AB, and second is what is AP for zero deflection. I am writing in the short. So you are to find these 2 points: potential gradient along the wire AB, and what should be the value of AP to balance this circuit. Now you are not going to balance the cell directly in this case, so थोड़ा और मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी. We have to put more efforts because instead of a cell we are given a secondary circuit. First of all, first part is very simple. Everybody can do because we have done number of times today. Now the answer to the first option is a net resistance. 15 ohm connected, 10 ohm of the wire, 25 ohm. Okay. Then the current in the circuit is equal to how much current is going. This is the current in wire AB. I am talking about this wire. There is no current going this way. But it is balanced. There is no current. No current is here. Only the current is flowing this way. Okay. Therefore, potential applied 2 volt. This is E naught, and this is E naught by R net. Therefore, 2 by 25. You can solve it further, otherwise leave it as it is. So the potential current in the circuit is 2 by 25. Right? So how much is the potential drop across the wire? The potential drop across wire AB is equal to current in the wire into resistance of the wire. So what is the current? 2 by 25. And how much is the resistance? 10. So you get 4 by 5. That is equal to 0.8 volt. So potential drop across the wire is a 0.8 volt. So we are very close to the potential gradient. You know the formula now. Now what is the potential gradient? K equal to potential drop across the wire divided by length of the wire. Length of the wire, capital L. This is equal to 0.8 divided by 100 centimeter. You may put in meter also. I am putting in centimeter. Therefore, the result is 8 into 10 raised to power minus 3. What are the units, my dear? The units are potential volt per centimeter. So this is the potential gradient across the wire. Okay, first portion is very simple. Little bit care you can do it. And now the question is, what is the length of AP so that the galvanometer shows zero deflection? How to do that? Let us find out. Think about it. सोचिए कुछ सोचिए जरा. What to do? Now let me tell you one thing. If this circuit is not given, this potential is not given, this resistance is also not given, then you are balancing. Just for example, this resistance is not given, and this is also not given, connected here. Then now look at the circuit. You are balancing only this 1.5. So no problem. You will write 1.5 equal to KL. Very simple. But now, थोड़ा सा सोचना पड़ेगा. Because there is a resistance 1.2 ohm, and here we have connected. Now, how is it different from the previous case? Now, because of this circuit, some current will flow. Current will flow this through this circuit. Remember one thing, the current here is zero. यहाँ कोई current नहीं है. The current in this wire is also zero. But current inside this circuit is not zero because this is a isolated circuit. Okay. So you have to give importance to that current flowing in the secondary circuit. So because of this current, remember the EMF difference in EMF and terminal potential difference. If you are not taking any current, as I have already told, if these resistances are not connected, then you will not be taking any current. At that time, you will get EMF equal to 1.5 volt. But now, because you are getting some current from the cell, so you will not get this EMF. You are getting some current. In that case, there will be potential difference. Now the question is, what will be the potential difference between these 2 points? Because you are balancing this potential between these 2 points here and here. Let us say this point is X and this point is Y. This point is most important point. You are not balancing 1.5. You are balancing now difference in potential between X and Y. So your problem is now to find the potential difference between X and Y. तो फिर Kirchhoff's law कब काम आएंगे? Kirchhoff's law. We have to apply that. Either you can apply the cell combination, series combination can be applied because the same current is flowing through it, but you can apply Kirchhoff's law also. So let us say I am going through this loop like this. I am going this way. I have started from this point, went through this one, then go to this point, then back to this point. So this is my loop. This is my loop. Sign conventions. You can apply as you have learned, and I will apply according to my, as I generally apply. So when I start from point X, so I pass through this point, say current is I here, this is I, everywhere I, same current is going. So when I reach here, I am going through the resistance in the direction of the current. Therefore, 0.3 into I will be taken positive, the same direction. And when I reach here, current is not dividing here because it is 0. So current की कोई division नहीं हो रही, याद रखना. Very important points. You have to keep in mind everything. Here I get the negative terminal first. Generally I apply. When I get the negative terminal first, then I write EMF as minus. When teacher tell the sign convention in other way, they are also right, and I am also right. Here minus 1.5, and then you are passing through this plus in the same direction. So 1.2 into I, you go to the same point X equal to 0. So this is the case. Now here, when I add these three, I get 1.5 I equal to 1.5. So current in the circuit is equal to 1 ampere. So in this secondary circuit, 1 ampere current is flowing. And due to this flow of current, you will not get EMF 1.5 of the cell, which are you going to balance. The EMF की जगह, now you will have a potential difference. Now how will you find the potential difference? Very simple again. Start from this point X, move along the branch, potential difference find out करना, use a branch. So the potential difference across this branch X and Y, you may go on this side or you may go this side. The potential difference will remain same. So when I move in this way, the potential difference will be I into R. Potential difference I into R. So therefore Vx minus Vy from here to this point. You may apply the Kirchhoff's law, but suddenly Ohm's law is sufficient here. So V is equal to I into R. तो ये हो गया 1 ampere multiplied by 0.3. So this is equal to 0.3 volt. So very interesting point. You are not balancing 1.5 volt. You are only balancing how much? 0.3. Why is it so? Because you are taking some current from the cell. So you will not get EMF. You will get terminal potential difference. So we have to balance this 0.5 volt. So 0.3 volt. Potential gradient is given. So therefore, let us say Vxy. To balance Vxy, I need K into L. Then L is equal to Vxy by L by K. This is 0.3 divided by 8 into 10 raised to power minus 3. Okay, so when you solve it, the answer is 37.5 centimeter. 37.5 centimeter, you can calculate yourself. So in this way, you have to do this numerical. So when the important point what is to remember, not the numerical, remember this one. When you are given some extra circuit, at that time there will be some current. And because of this current, instead of EMF of the cell, we will get the potential difference. So potential difference. So this is another important point. Now hopefully there is another question for your homework. So you can do after this lecture at home. I am given another circuit. This is a circuit, potentiometer, 10 meter, AB. This is 20 volt, and there is a 2 ohm. And resistance of the wire is also given 2 ohm. They be given 2 ohm. So resistance of the wire given है, because this is for your homework. Let me tell you, length of AB equal to 10 ohm. Resistance of AB is equal to 2 ohm. And here I have connected a circuit. Say this one. This is 6 volt, 1 ohm, 4 volt, 2 ohm, galvanometer, and this balance point. ये given. कुछ नहीं करना आपने, बहुत सिंपल है. Find the null point. Null point आपने फाइंड आउट करना. और आंसर मेरे पास है 3.3 मीटर फ्रॉम ए, यहां से 3.3. Right? So this is your homework. It is quite similar to the previous question we have done. And the last one mark question. Last one mark question is why the potentiometer is preferred to measure the potential difference over the voltmeter. Voltmeter also measure the potential difference, but why the potentiometer is preferred? Let us say you want to measure the EMF of this cell. EMF to measure, problem हमारी क्या है? To measure EMF of the cell. I have two options. One is the voltmeter and second is the potentiometer. Let me connect a voltmeter first. I am connecting a voltmeter. Voltmeter. The resistance of the voltmeter is high, very high, but not infinity. Here you should remember this resistance is high but not equal to infinity. In ideal situation, it should be infinity, but it is not infinity because it is the principle, it needs some current. So therefore now some current will flow. Some current will flow through the point. So here current I is going. Let us say reading of this voltmeter is a maybe V or maybe something else. This is the current. Okay. If I apply the Kirchhoff's law, then the potential difference between A and B, which is being measured by the voltmeter. What is the purpose of the voltmeter here? We want to find the potential difference between A and B. Basically, we want to find out the EMF, so the current should be zero. But here the current is not zero. so आपको EMF मिलने वाली नहीं है. If I start from point A, let here the potential is A. I am applying the Kirchhoff's law to the branch V equal to. Start moving this way. You get the first positive terminal. I will write E positive. Then I get this resistance and going opposite to the current. Current is going this way. I am going opposite to minus I into R. This is the problem. Now this voltmeter is drawing some current from the cell. Is drawing some current. Here I is not equal to plus point V. Generally we forget. So now, so listen again. Start from point A. VA equal to. जब भी you want to apply to the branch, start from point A equal to first terminal that you get positive. By chance, if I get negative, I will put negative sign here. But now this is positive. Minus going opposite IR. Then I reach here where I want to find out the final potential VB. Then VA minus VB equal to E minus IR. So this is the potential difference that the voltmeter is measuring. So V equal to E minus IR. Here I is not equal to 0. Therefore, V is not equal to the EMF. So voltmeter will never measure the EMF because it will draw some current from the cell. But instead of this voltmeter, if I connect the potentiometer here, and potentiometer is based upon a null point. Potentiometer null point per based. There will be no current in that case. Already we have calculated today the EMF of the cell in the first numerical. So in that case, potentiometer does not draw any current. Therefore, this situation is satisfied. Current is equal to 0. Therefore, V will be equal to E. That's why we prefer to measure the EMF of unknown cell by using the potentiometer. So this was about the numericals based upon the potentiometer. Hopefully you will revise it and do the homework that I have given, and also try to do more numerical. So thank you very much. See you in some other video.